I think it was about the performance. I think we were due the fans a performance, to be honest. I think we gave the fans a performance by the performance that we ended up on the right side of the result. But I thought the first half we were value for money. Second half became a wee bit scrappy probably after 20 minutes. We created some good chances in the second half also, good patterns of play. I thought we tried to progress on the ball into the final third by patterns of play, whereas probably St Johnstone were becoming a wee bit more direct the longer the game went on. The game became a wee bit more direct, getting the ball out of the wingers and putting balls in your box. So the all-round game today I felt was there. Fantastic first goal with Big Noobs, takes it fantastically well. Wee Brucey link up, plays him through. It's a side of the game that Brucey has to get better at, and it's a side of the game that I've been working on Brucey with. I keep saying to him, when you don't score goals, Brucey, what you bring into the park, and see today I thought the wee man was fantastic. He links up incredibly well, plays that ball through for Noobs, first goal. He gets a free kick. He gets us the free kick for Stephen Kelly's free kick. Second goal, he plays the assist for the third goal that's offside for Stephen Bradley. It was great movement between the two of them. And then I just thought his all-round link-up play today was brilliant. But this team had a wee bit of everything today. I think we had to go through spells in the second half of defending our 18-yard box. I thought we'd done that fantastically well, and that's been missing the last couple of games. The desire to get a clean sheet, the desire to stop the opponent scoring. And I thought we'd done that fantastically well, and I think the boys should take massive credit for that.
You switched back from the 3-5-2 to a 4-3-3 today. Do you think that kind of change of shape allowed Livingston to get at St Johnstone from the start?
Maybe a little bit, but I think the style of playing, the style of the opponent you're coming up against, when you look at the previous two clubs, they're very, very direct and physical in terms of their strikers on the parks at Mirren and Motherwell. So I think that potentially, yes, but then you look at the two games, I think the manner of the goals and how quick we lose the goals, it's really, really difficult at that point to build any momentum in the game. So coming back here, you're playing against a club that's below you in the league. I just think the shape was more familiar with how we play in terms of what we do with the ball. What you do off the ball, I'm no big in shape formations off the ball. We've got a shape that we take off the ball, you press the ball and you've got to defend your 18-yard box. With 2 goals at St Mirren, you can't coach that, and then we were very, very poor at defending our 18-yard box against, or our final third against Motherwell. But I think the boys got a right good foothold in the game, this game in the first half. And I just thought the players in the park have changed it up slightly. Stephen Kelly's got goals in his games, as it was shown today. Stephen Bradley's got goals in his game. Joe Newbley's got goals in his game, and Brucey has got goals in his game also. So if you look at that front row, there was a lot of goals within the team. And that was probably one aspect we were slightly missing. And my fault, it was my choice, my management, but that's probably one of the slightly ones I was missing from the previous 2 games. And believe it or not, we had game plans going into both games. I'd have probably ended up both games in a different shape if we'd started both games a little bit better than what we did.
And of course, aside from the attacking intent, also must be very pleased to get a clean sheet, a really solid performance from the defensive unit in the second half. They really had to dig in there.
I just thought, like, I was one Morgan Boyce clears off the line, I seen him celebrating it, and do you know what, that's what I want from my defenders. And I thought they'd done that very well. The back four and the goalkeeper was fantastic today, but I thought the full defensive unit in terms of dropping in behind the ball and defending their 18-yard box, defending their final third was very good. But it was pleasing to get that clean sheet because it's the one element from probably past results over the last 9-10 games. We have won games of football, we have drew games of football, but the missing element from that was keeping a clean sheet, but we managed to do that today, and delighted for the players, absolutely delighted for them.
And as well as that, you've got the kind of community initiative today. A lot of people in the ground, a lot of young fans coming into the ground. Do you think that kind of performance and obviously the results send them home happy?
I just love it. I love hearing how positive the fans are. You've got young kids, and whether St Johnstone are a goal up or 2 goals up, or whether we're a goal up or they're just so positive. They're just so happy to be at a game of football, and I think that really filters through onto the park. It's an incredible atmosphere when you've got it. One of my wishes at Livingston is just to fill the main stand of Livingston season ticket holders. There's something like 2,200 seats in here, I think today we had 4,000 fans in the stadium, including probably a little bit more than that actually, including my own season ticket holders, and it's probably just the one bit that we're missing that Livingston is, because I think it plays a huge part. It plays a huge part on when the boys are going through a wee bit of a tough time, the fans can help lift them, and I think today we scored the first goal, and it kind of remained really, really positive throughout, and I think it helps the players on the park.
And finally, just one more game to go before the split trip to Tannadice next week. Can you just give us your thoughts heading into that one?
I think first and foremost it's fantastic for everybody connected to the club that, again, going into match day 33, that we are competing to be in the top 6. It's no surprise we've got the smallest budget in the league. I think this is the first time, and I think the players got to take huge credit, and the staff at the club, no me, the staff at the club, have got to take huge credit in terms of this is Livingston now 6 years in the Premier League, their first time in their history, and I think that shows the achievement of everybody in the building. Most seasons we're fighting for top 6, so we were in the top 6 twice, fighting for top 6 last year, fighting for top 6 this year on match day 33, and the first year we finished 9th in the Premier League. So I think it's incredible, a club this size. It just shows the collective effort from everybody at the club that, again, we're going into match day 33 fighting to be in the top 6, and that's the most pleasing aspect, and I hope the fans see that as a huge positive.